Okay, I am just in Target. Got a little chocolate croissant, and check out all this fabulous bling, kitten bling. Yes, oh, I'm loving this brass, and check out some of the nice things at Joann's for spring. You're just setting stuff up. It's kind of cute. I love those. That is just too cute. Oh, did I miss a cute little gnome? Love me some gnomes. Okay, how much am I addicted to these? Oh my god. These are the perfect little berry houses. Perfect for spring. What's this? Tiny treasures, woodland fairy tales. It's like gravel, all sorts, little pieces of wood. Oh, this is just the best thing ever. Oh, look at this. And you're done even looking at that. Oh gosh, how awesome is that? Oh. Aww.
I'm sorry, if I'm in your way, just let me know.
Oh, you're absolutely fine. Here to throw. Hard. Okay guys, so if anyone is on the lookout for some really decent, inexpensive candles for your altar, I suggest, hey, but I suggest Michael's, because you get these bad boys for like $6 each, but they're well worth the value. The quality is a lot better than what you would get through Azure Green. And if I see another altar instead of using Azure Green bulk wrap, I am going to go livid. Probably nice. I don't know what to do with it though. Spring, cannot wait for sage. This one nice actually. This one nice actually. Hey YouTube, so I just got back from a long day of shopping. I was exhausted by the end, but I wanted to show you all the goodies I got today. Although, first of all, I wanted to talk a bit about the problem that I had at my local library. Several weeks ago, I had asked her to look for 3 books for me for research purposes for a book that I'm writing, and one of the 3 books came in. So I'm really, really stoked about that. But the other 2 books she had an extreme problem getting at all. One book, the librarian she got in touch with said she couldn't find it anywhere. And the other book, the librarian found at a university in Iowa City, and the library there said, well, we simply don't loan our books out to public libraries. You know, we reserve them for academic students here, so you're just SOL. So that really kind of sucked. So I'm probably gonna have to invest a little money in those 2 books now. But speaking of books, I stopped by the Happiness bookstore today, and I walked away with a couple gems. Actually, I wasn't planning on spending as much money there as I did, because I had only planned on buying 1 book there that I saw a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, that book wasn't there. I really wanted to add it to my library again, since I had previously owned Lady Sheba's grimoire, but I foolishly parted with it. And so I missed my second chance to get it. But while I was there, I found a really good book called Spiritual Value of Gemstones, which I've never seen cited in another book on the subject of crystal magic before. So I am really excited to dive into this book. Now, hold on to your hats, witches, but I scanned the entire collectible bookshelves they had there, which were just like the 2 little library, like a metal book carts. And so I scanned them on both sides, and when I saw the title of this book, I almost messed myself. I had to do a double take, because I thought to myself, surely I must be mistaken. It can't possibly be that book here, of all places. But it was Sybil Leek's Diary of a Witch. Now it was $25, and I really wish that I had a coupon because I'm all about the deals, bitches. So I'm really excited to add that book to my collection. In fact, I seem to recall seeing it there years previously, but because I'd missed out on getting a book this time, I didn't want to take it as a second chance. Besides, the metaphysical section was thoroughly well stocked, as if an old time witch or pagan had simply um, done away with their books now. So there are lots of really good old school occult books to choose from at the Half-Price bookstore if you're in the Des Moines area. But after that, I went to I went to Joann's Fabric because I am taking up a new hobby. I am taking up knitting. And what I'm going to be knitting first, I hope, is a scarf for my Hogwarts house. And that house is, if you can't tell, Ravenclaw, which the colors are blue and bronze. Now, I kind of wish that I had stopped by Michael's first because Michael's was actually having a buy two get one free sale on all the yarn. Plus, the yarn was like 25% off. But the yarn at Joann's was also 25% off, so that's cool. Now, what I am planning to do with my newfound knitting skills are the needles I bought. They are double-sided, and I also bought a yarn needle to weave in the ends with. But knitting is actually a very powerful form of witchcraft. It's a form of folk magic that not many people are aware about. Back in the day, the wise woman of a village would cast a spell using glass. Yes, I said glass knitting needles, and she would sit by her hearth. Because the hearth was an ancient access mundi. It's a way to get in touch with the gods and the spirits that she is communing with. And she would sit by her hearth in her little chair knitting up a storm. And when her spell was finished, or when it was at its apex, she would rip the knitting from her needles and throw it into the fire to unleash the spell. Something you could totally do is, based on the magical uses of herbs and the color signature of natural dyes, is you can also hand dye your own yarn to do a knitting spell that way. But something else I had really wanted to do was I want to knit not only pagan prayer shawls, but altar textiles for myself, for the goddess whom I serve. In fact, I also want to, because I'm an idol worshiper, I want to knit sort of mini shawls, mini robes and clothes to adorn the cult image of my goddess with. Because what the ancients would do is regularly throughout the year they would routinely sew new clothes for their cult images, the beautiful statues they crafted of the gods. And that's something I want to do, which is create clothes for the Morrigan that change throughout the year, even with the Espats. Although I forgot to buy some chartreuse yarn and some aqua yarn, which I would have used to have done so. So I will definitely have to stop back and look again to see what is available. Now, at Michael's, I did not find any Ain't really anything to buy there except this little insane purchase, and it's just adorable as fuck. I love it to death. But apparently the going theme this year for springtime items is all about fairies and gnomes this year. So that's really exciting to see. And last but not least, I dropped by the Dollar Tree. I was looking for some storage jars that a friend of mine on Facebook had told me is being sold at Dollar Tree. I didn't find any whatsoever. I'll put in like a little pic to let you know what they look like, what I'm looking for, but I didn't find them all. Though I was happy to find some votive candles. It's gotten increasingly hard to find votive candles this day and age. I also got some nice red tapers. But yeah, let me know if you have had any trouble finding votive candles this year. I mean, tea lights are like a dime a dozen, but if you want to find votives, you're gonna have a hard time getting them. You will be SOL, my friends. So until next time, keep calm and put on. If I could recommend only one book on folk-magick until mine is published, it would be this book. So if you need to beg, borrow, or steal for this book, don't use stuff for this book. I'm just kidding. I don't want to get into trouble for recommending thievery, but